Okay, so today we are going to create some pumpkins with overlapping, in something in front of the other, using oil pastels in an impressionistic style with tiny lines and inspiration from Vincent van Gogh and a level 4 craftsmanship, okay? So this is an almost finished product, and we're going to start first by drawing our overlapping pumpkins and squash. So remember, Van Gogh has all these cool impressionistic lines, post-impressionistic lines that make it look alive and moving and all that really cool stuff. But to start us off, we're going to follow along. You can either with the video or with your handouts create your pumpkins. So the first is the grass, and that is pretty simple. We're just going to make some lines for that grass. Start first with your pencil. I'm going to start with a marker so you can see it a little bit better on here and draw some grass. So instead of doing straight up and down lines, we're going to make it more stylized. Curve, curve. And remember, this can all be different. We want these to be different sizes and heights, like the letter M. Break it down into tiny shapes. Letter V's, the upside down. Some zigzag lines. If you want to change the directions, you see how most of them are curving this way. If you want to change your directions, go ahead, make a backwards C this time. Like I said, we just kind of want some big and some small. Now I kind of want to add, I like this big wavy one that's there, so I'm going to kind of keep that one for inspiration. Make my big C, a curve line down. More curved lines. Opposite way. Changing it up a little bit. And then, like I said, just some zigzags. Tall, medium, and short. Okay, so there is my foreground grass all the way in the front. Next step on our step-by-step is how to draw a pumpkin. And you can either go ahead and choose different pumpkins like this, or follow along once again with this drawing. So I'm going to start with my biggest pumpkin that's close to the front. And I'm just going to draw a little upside down rainbow shape. Now remember, pumpkins are not perfect because they are found in nature. So if this has some bumpies or some lumpies, that's okay. So go down, here's it overlapping, continue that line. So you're making like a letter C almost. Then we're going to go, same thing, a curved line the opposite way. So one curved line like a C and one like a backwards C. That looks like that would continue behind it. Okay, to continue your pumpkin, another letter C or curved line. And imagine it going behind that blade of grass and where it would finish off. And then your backwards letter C. I'm going to do one more because I want this to be a big one. So one more curve from the top. And another backwards. Imagine it going through that grass where it would come. Okay. After you do that, you can make a cool stem. I just did like a zigzag. Line down, and then like a upside down V or like an arrow. And beside the picture I showed you, this is like a squash, so it doesn't have as many bumps as the pumpkin, but it's up to you if you want to make another pumpkin, or you can go ahead and try to make a taller squash. Remember, we want some tall, medium, short. We want different heights for these to add some interest. So I'm going to start this with a smiley face instead of a rainbow for the stem. And I'm going to make it kind of like curvy. A curvy rainbow. Curvy rainbow. Squiggly line, basically. Now here's your overlapping. Again, just a curved line down. See, this pumpkin is now in front of the squash. And a curved line down. Okay, I'm not finished. I want to add at least one more pumpkin because we wanted at least 3 pumpkins for this for some interest or pieces. So I'm going to go again with that rainbow shape for my pumpkin. Making this one leaning a little bit. Curved line down. Imagine that line going through the grass. Curved line. And same steps as before. And as you can see, I'm going off of the paper, so I'm filling all of my space. This one would probably just be right on the ground. Okay, last stem. It's up to you however you want to make this stem. Decide which direction you want it to go. I'm going to make this a simple stem. I'm going to just do a circle for this one. And a line. And a line. Ta-da! There are your pumpkins. Next is going to be your tiny details, which are going to be some vines and some leaves. And we're almost there for our drawing. So to make the vines, I'm just going to make some curves. And you can go back through and outline right beside that. And since you have a pencil, you can erase where it overlaps to make it look 3D. So just decide how you want your vines to go. And once again, I'm just tracing around it. And if you need help, raise your hand. I'm gonna leave my squash alone. I kind of don't have that much room up there. Okay. And last but not least, I'm gonna make actually a little rainbow and a rainbow so I can see some of that pumpkin behind there. Some leaves. So you can make whatever kind of leaf you want. I'm just gonna do a line and like a V, another V, upside down V, go the other way. Or if you want a super simple leaf, you can just go ahead, line, curve, curve. And there are some impressionistic or just some drawn pumpkins. Now we have to add that cool post-impressionistic style. So get it all sketched out. Then we're going to outline with either, you can use the Sharpie marker or a black oil pastel, and I'll show you the next step.